I have one bad news and another bad news, and they're both about the Bank of Canada and the interest rate. So if you're wondering what the hell is going on in real estate, and specifically in Ottawa, that's what we talk about today. We shed some light on this for you, and we also talk about something positive, the rental market. Stay tuned. Quickly before we start, if you guys need anything in Ottawa, information, and moving down here, I'm a realtor here, that's what I do. I'm super easy to reach out. My information is in the description below, and you can also book an appointment directly with me through the link also in the description below. So let's move to what's going on with the Ottawa real estate. So October was a brutal for real estate. We saw a decrease in sale of 41%, coming down from 1,600 in last October to below 1,000 this year. The 5-year average is about 1,500, and the pre-pandemic levels are somewhere in between those numbers. So we're way below par this year, and it's concerning in some way, but not really. It's, you understand the dynamic behind this. People are uncertain. There's a lot of apprehension. First-time home buyers are getting the brunt of all this stuff that's happening on the market. So a lot of people are taking more of a wait-and-see approach to all of this. Wait to see where the rates are going, wait to see if prices are still gonna go down. A general wait and see approach, really. That being said, demand is still high, right? We went from under 1 month of inventory to 3.3 months of inventory now, and a balanced market is 4 months. So technically, we're still in a seller's market. And realistically, that's what we should hope for, falling down somewhere in the middle, because now buyer and sellers have some power in negotiation. We see the return of conditions on offers, almost no bidding war. So sellers have to market their property better. They're gonna look at longer time on the market, and buyers get some leverage back. So I think this is ideal in some way. The market is not ideal, but we're going through something that's more balanced, and overall everyone is winning in this type of market. Which brings me to my first bad news. I think the lesser of the two. We're gonna have another rate increase in December, and it's estimated to be 0.5%, so 50 basis points, and it might be divided into 2.25 points increase. We don't know yet, but just so you know, the overnight rate is gonna go to 4.25% by January max. And my other bad news, and this one I think is not gonna make some people happy, we thought we'd be done with the rates increase after this one, but unfortunately the predictions tell otherwise. We think we're gonna have 2 more rates increase in 2023, but both 25 basis points each. So it's not, a full point increase like we saw previously this year. So it's really mild. If everything goes perfectly, best case scenario, inflation comes down and everything, we would like to see the rate level down at 4% by next December, but that's really best case scenario, and no one can make promises on that. It's all about the BOC and what the inflation rate is doing at this point. So what does that mean for us? Well, a little bit more stability, some confidence back into the market. We might see buyers slowly start rolling into the market as they, find their footing, adjusting to this new reality. Same goes with, builders adjusting, the way they operate, maybe some price change for builders as well, just to adjust. This reality is going to be there for a few years, so everyone's going to have to play ball on this one, and maybe some projects picking up where they left off before this whole increase happened. We do expect that price level off in the spring, simply because this is the busiest time of the year. Buyers usually come back in that period of time. So should you buy now? Well, realistically, if you have a lower rate locked in or a lot of equity, meaning you're not going to need as big as of a mortgage, yes, I think it's a good idea to shop now, because you have little to no competition. There's a lot of price decreases happening. A lot of sellers are getting desperate, and that's not a good situation to be as a seller, but as a buyer, that's where you can get a decent deal on a property. You do have more property to choose from right now. And realistically, for every buyers, if you have a long enough horizon, if you have a long game plan, it doesn't really matter when you buy. I mean, you try to time a little bit your purchase, but realistically, the market goes up and down all the time, but over a long period of time, it always goes up, right? So you can always discuss your specific situation. Your mortgage specialist is also going to be able to interject and hopefully give you some most needed advice. But if you need to move, or if you really want to, it's not impossible. Look into it and you'll have your answer there. Big question is, should you sell right now? Listen, this market is likely here to stay, at least for a while. So if you're waiting for the next crazy seller market like we just saw, you might wait a while, right? So if you have to sell, do it. The loss you incur in your house, probably going to be able to offset it by paying less for your next property. So Not ideal, but you can still do it. You need good marketing, you need a good team to help you out with this, but it's not impossible. If you have the option, if you have the choice, I would definitely wait February or March and let the market bounce back, let those 10 months pass, and then ride the wave when the spring market comes back. So that's as far ahead as I'll pronounce myself today, just because all of this is based off decision that the BOC hasn't made yet. And realistically, we can talk about this for hours, but without them making any moves, it's never going to materialize. What I'll do though is talk about this monthly on this channel. So if you don't want to miss anything, if you want to stay current, subscribe to this channel, click the bell so you get notified, and drop a like on this video while you're at it. And I do want to point out that obviously I don't have a crystal ball. No one does. We use the best data we have. I use the best article I can find. I digest all of this and I try to deliver it to you in a way that I think you'll understand and makes sense for you. My last point today is the rental market in Ottawa. And listen, rental market has been center of conversation for being unaffordable in the past years. And unfortunately, this is not what I'm going to talk about, but it's still a good news. What happened is a lot of investors bought new built townhouse back then, back when the price were going up, in the hope where when they're built, they're just going to sell it for a higher price. Reality is now they can't sell it. And it's been like that maybe for some of them for 3 months, right? And they do have to pay the mortgage on this. So instead of keep losing money, they decided to rent them. That created a lot of inventory coming back on the market, thus leveling the price a little bit. Now the price is not really down, but at least they stopped going up, and it offers you a lot more options to get in the renting market. And also landlords are a little less picky with the applications, so it gives you, a better shot at finding something for you. And don't know if you noticed, but realtors do help you find a place to rent. We're not just doing the buy and sell. We also help renters, and I help them regularly. So whether it's me or someone around you, contact them and ask them if they have anything on their side of the market that they can maybe show you around or help you with. And we handle the paperwork, we do everything for you. It's simpler and it's paid for by the landlord, so it's free for you. So now you know. But talking about rentals, I want to hear it from you. What do you guys think about the rents in Ottawa? I know what type of comment I'm gonna get, but still I want to hear it from you. This was the November market update. I'll see you around for the next one. In the meantime, a lot more videos about real estate here, a lot more videos about Ottawa here. Thank you for watching. See you next week.